Does Accutane ruin your fertility or cause birth defects if you're thinking about having a baby? As you've may noticed, I took a huge break from uploading from YouTube because I got pregnant in the beginning of 2024. What better video could I make as my comeback than this one? So hello and welcome back to the Accutane series. So this video isn't medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I was simply a young woman trying to navigate this complex topic on my own. Some of the research I've made came out after my course, but a lot of key findings were already available back then when I took Accutane, before I started Accutane. So let's start with women. Does Accutane cause permanent damage to your reproductive system? No. But Accutane or isotretinoin can affect your hormone levels. So some women notice irregular periods. This doesn't mean your fertility is damaged for a long period of time or even like damaged whatsoever. Your fertility goes back to normal. There is a study published on PubMed that looked at a very specific hormone called AMH, which is basically a measure of the ovarian reserve we have left. Now in this study, women took low dose Accutane. They measured the AMH level before, during, and after the treatment. They didn't notice a real big change here. So that means the AMH level stayed pretty much the same. Accutane might mess with your cycle short term, but it doesn't shrink your egg supply. And I think that is one major concern a lot of women out there have. Any temporary change Accutane may cause during the treatment. Hormone fluctuations go away completely after you stopped the treatment. Also, another study followed women for around 18 months after finishing the course. Everything went back to normal. There's also another question I asked myself back then. How long does it take till my hormone levels are back on track? And there's a study that has found quite the answer, and it says around 1 month, then your hormone levels are back to normal. That at least was a little bit of reassuring to me to be like, okay, it doesn't take like a whole year or years to go back. I also want to quickly share a little bit of my own personal experience at this point because it means a lot to me and I still remember vividly how I felt back then. And if you're at this point right now, this is for you. Well, I started my Accutane journey September 2018, stopped September 2019, and after finishing my treatment, I never had to go back. As for fertility, I was using a non-hormonal birth control. After stopping using it in August or September 2023, I pretty much got pregnant right away. I didn't experience any issues with getting pregnant, and again, that's just my experience. So if you're in a place where you're flooded with horror stories, it's not my experience, and also certainly not the experience of honestly a lot of women I talked to in the past. But I just want to make you feel less scared because I had those fears too, and it's just something I feel like research is pretty reassuring for us women, and also in my experience everything went fine. You also get monitored very closely. Maybe my story just brings you a little more calm and clarity. Okay, all right, so let's move on to male fertility and talk about you guys. A lot of men that I've spoken to in the past asked me if I knew anything about lowering their sperm count when they take Accutane. So they were scared if Accutane or using Accutane could permanently lower their sperm count. But surprisingly, the research here is actually very reassuring. Multiple studies have shown that there's no issue with Accutane permanently damaging sperm count. So Accutane does not cause any long-term fertility issues for you men. For example, there was a study in 2017 where men with low sperm count, they already had some sort of issues with that, were given low dose of Accutane. And within just few weeks, sperm count went up. Some of them even fathered children during the treatment. There was also another study where healthy men with a healthy sperm count were given Accutane for around a course of, I think, 6 months. And the results here were pretty surprising as well. Their sperm quality improved simply in every way you can imagine. More sperm, more mobility, and also just overall the quality of the sperm got better. Plus also their hormone levels stayed completely fine. There was no big change in here. And most recently, a study has been published in 2023 where 46 men with acne, struggling with acne, were given low dose of Accutane. After 6 months of treatment, they have shown really great results. They also had a higher sperm count, higher mobility, and healthier vitality. So if you're a guy taking Accutane or you're considering taking Accutane and you're worried about this issue, current evidence suggests that there is no risk of jeopardizing your fertility here. There is really no reason to panic, either for women or men. All right, let's move on to to question number 2 of this video, which is really important. Does Accutane cause birth defects? Yes, it's one of the most well-known facts we have about this drug. If a woman is pregnant or gets pregnant while taking Accutane, there is a high risk for this baby to get severe damage, and we're talking about high risk for brain, heart, face damage. And also, a lot of those pregnancies end in miscarriage. So in simple terms, you can absolutely not get pregnant while doing Accutane. You have to be extremely cautious here. It's dangerous, period. This isn't also just about you as a person. In my personal opinion, this is a huge responsibility for a human being, for a baby. And that's also why Accutane comes with like very strict measures though. Like I was monitored all the time. Like I had to make blood tests every month. I had to take pregnancy tests. I also had to show proof of my birth control. So once Accutane is fully out of your system, like you finish your course, then you can absolutely get pregnant and have a healthy pregnancy, just not while taking Accutane. All right, last but not least, I want to share my final, very personal thoughts about this topic though. It's not only about what research says today, because new insights can come tomorrow. It's also about personal caution, taking responsibility, and also peace of mind. For women, getting pregnant while on Accutane is strictly off limits, while for men the rules are a little looser, you know, it's not off limits though. But personally, I'd still be cautious though. Give your body the time to reset, to just get back on track, to be healthy again. I know this was a lot, but if you made it so far, I hope you feel a little more informed, less scared, a little lighter overall. My personal take on this is always do your own research. Make a decision on your own. It's your body, it's your choice, it's your future, and don't take this lightly at all. Just weigh the risk and the benefits. That's what I did back then, and when I made the decision, I felt better with this. I remember people scared me like crazy. They told me I would ruin like almost everything in my life, but I feel like a lot of people just made, you know, a lot of money. At the end of time, I really feel like I just feel a little protective over us that do struggle or struggle with acne, because this is just something, all the stuff you buy, all the things you try out, it's just so exhausting and awful, and I want you to just feel less scared. If you're considering taking Accutane, make a wise decision, make your own decision. Don't let anyone else just make that decision for you or push you in any sense. I will never promote this drug. Just want to make that very clear. I would genuinely love to hear your story in the comments. I know I haven't been uploading for a while now, but I'm definitely back. The next video is going to be about depression. I want to talk about mental health, what kind of mental health changes I've been experiencing, and also what research says to this topic. Bye!